Hello, beautiful people. I wanted to jump on and share a significant experience that I've had recently. And this is for anyone who is maybe experiencing any fears around being seen or any blocks around attaining something that you desire. So for me, for a number of years now, I've really desired doing videos. And something I used to do a lot before COVID, and I really enjoyed it. I loved it so much, and I've wanted to do it again ever since. But during the COVID period, I started taking on all of these like fears of judgment, and fears of not being good enough, and fears of being seen, and had beliefs around not being worthy and not having any value to share. And what was essentially happening was I was collecting all these beliefs, stories, and behaviors that was blocking me from the thing that I desired, which is doing videos. So if there's something that you desire and it's not in your life right now, just be aware that there could be some stories, beliefs, and behaviors that are blocking you from having the thing that you want. And what I've come to learn is underneath each of these stories, beliefs, and behaviors is an unfelt, unprocessed emotion or emotions. Because when you first developed these stories, beliefs, and behaviors, there was a significant event that happened. And in this significant event, you made it mean that you're not good enough, you're not worthy, you've developed the fear of judgment, like whatever it is, there was a significant event, you formed all these belief stories and behaviors, and there was a significant emotion that was triggered. And at the time when this significant emotion was triggered, maybe you didn't feel safe to feel that emotion, or maybe it was so uncomfortable you didn't want to feel it, or you didn't have the process or the tools to really feel it. But whatever happened, you had this significant emotion triggered, and at the time you suppressed it. Or you distracted with Netflix or Facebook scrolling. You did whatever you could to avoid feeling this feeling. And because you didn't fully feel and process this emotion that was triggered at this significant event, all of the stories, beliefs, and behaviors keep showing up in your life to show you that there's actually something deeper that needs to be processed. And until you process this thing that's deeper, these stories, beliefs, and behaviors are still going to play out in your life and essentially hold you back from having the thing that you desire. So what happened for me recently is I've really been leaning into my fear of being seen. And so during the lead up to the Masterclass over the last couple of weeks, I've been doing a lot of Facebook posts sharing my journey. And when I was sharing my journey and when I did the Masterclass, I felt really good. It was really amazing. I felt like really energized. But when I got off the Masterclass, maybe a couple of days later, I experienced a crash. And I've spent, a significant amount of time over the last few days, like just feeling overwhelming feelings of shame and regret and self-judgment, and just feeling like exposed to other people's judgment and rejection. And it's felt so uncomfortable. And in the past, when these uncomfortable emotions would come up, I would immediately suppress it. Or I would go to social media, start scrolling, or I'd binge Netflix just to avoid feeling all these feelings that are coming up. But now that I know that underneath these stories, beliefs, and behaviors that are blocking me from having the thing that I want, which is doing video content, is unprocessed, unfelt emotions, I know that when these emotions that come up, for me it was shame and regret and self-judgment, which these emotions, they've always been there, but I've never, in the past, I haven't allowed myself to feel it. I've just suppressed them or avoided. This time I made the conscious decision to create the space to fully feel and process these emotions that were arising. And so what this looked like for me was I did somatic movement, I did some breath work, I journaled, I was talking to Julian about it. I did all the different things so that I could process and feel these unfelt, unprocessed emotions. And on the other side of me feeling and processing these emotions was me releasing the stories, beliefs, and behaviors that have been holding me back from doing the thing that I desire, which is videos, which I'm here now doing videos. So I wanted to share this with anyone who has something that they really desire in life and it's not in your life right now. Just be aware that it's very often the case that there is conscious or unconscious stories, beliefs, and behaviors that are holding you back from having the thing that you desire. And underneath the stories, beliefs, and behaviors is an unfelt, unprocessed emotion. And if you want the thing that you desire, you can look at when these uncomfortable emotions are triggered. This is an opportunity for you to create the space to fully feel and process those emotions. And that might look like for you, like crying or punching a pillow, primal screaming, like releasing all that pent-up energy, journaling, dancing, speaking to someone that's close to you. These are different ways that you can feel and process your emotions, because on the other side of you feeling and processing these emotions is releasing the stories, beliefs, and behaviors that are blocking you from the thing that you desire. It's important to note that, like, if you have like a lot of trauma and maybe like feeling the depths of these emotions has the risk of triggering you into like a trauma response, it's important that you do these kind of processes with like a professional or a trauma therapist. But if you feel like this is something that you feel safe to do, release it, creating a space to process and feel these emotions is an amazing way on how you can release your stories, beliefs, and behaviors to attain the thing that you desire, which for me, like I said, is doing videos, and I'm doing one now. So I hope that's been helpful for anyone who is experiencing any blocks around having the thing that they desire.